Hi everybody, I'm Ingrid Darragh and I'm an intuitive coach, a master EFT practitioner, a Reiki teacher and a wellness advocate with doTERRA essential oils. Now in this video we're going to be having a look at some angel cards for September 2018 and just having a look at the messages that are coming up for us. And the cards that I'll be using are the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I'm just going to start, and on the bottom of the deck we've got Archangel Michael, and I just feel like I want to bring that through because it's saying there, you are safe. So you're getting an extra card today because the angels are bringing our attention to the bottom of the deck. Archangel Michael says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. So that's really beautiful message, absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually wearing my cobalt blue today, which I associate with Archangel Michael. I'm sure a lot of you know that he comes in on the cobalt blue, sometimes the purple ray of light, and he's just an absolutely amazing archangel to work with. He's the biggest and the most powerful of all the archangels. So if you're new to working with angels and you're maybe not too sure who to call on, he is a great one to start with. So you can just set that intention that you want him to help you. Archangel Michael can also help us when we need to feel more courage and more brave and feel strong in a situation that might be going on in our lives that's very challenging. He is also very good in situations if you're feeling like you're being bullied or you're in a relationship where you don't feel safe or you don't feel like you're being heard, or it doesn't feel like a partnership, so there can feel like the balance of power is all out of order. And Archangel Michael can really help us if we're going through those kind of challenges, or a relationship breakup, or a divorce, or something like that, or anything where we're having to stand up for ourselves and to speak up for ourselves. So what I do in those situations is I'll ask him to actually come and be beside me, and he carries a sword and a shield, as you'll see in that card that came up on the bottom of the deck there. He's got his sword and his shield, and he'll stand beside you and to help you. You can do that if you're having to face up to somebody. And you know, a lot of people who are light workers, very caring people, have very gentle energy, and it doesn't always come naturally to us to step into that assertiveness, to speak up for ourselves. But we can work on that. We can learn to do that. We can learn to be more assertive. We can learn to have boundaries and to speak up for ourselves and to show the people around us how we want to be treated. But of course, we have to keep ourselves safe as well. And if there's a situation where we don't feel safe, it might not be safe to speak up. And in those instances, then sometimes we do have to seek help from somebody around us. So if that's something that's going on for you, then please do reach out to me and email me. And if there's any advice that I can give about, you know, groups, I know Women's Aid in the UK is very helpful if that is applying to you. There's also some financial help as well that can be available for people in those situations as well. So that's not something that I would normally bring up in a monthly angel card reading, but the fact that it is coming up, which just means that there's maybe somebody watching this video that needed to hear that, to hear to call on Archangel Michael and to reach out and ask for help if you are in a situation where you don't feel safe, or where you need to maybe leave a relationship or to move out of the home or something like that. So I'm just bringing that forward. Okay, so I'm just going to pick our cards and see what energies are coming through for us. Okay, so the first card is Gifts from God, Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. is a really gorgeous card. This big, strong angel wings, purple and the gold. And look at the light as well that's coming out of this chalice. It's like a beautiful gold beam of light. And I'm very drawn as well to the back of the card where we have this gorgeous rainbow as well. So like what I'm hearing is you're nearly there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, we've just come out of a retrograde period over the summer. So we had about 6 or 7 planets in retrograde. It felt like being in quicksand or, you know, walking through treacle at times. And you may have felt tired and exhausted even at times. But that energy is lifting now. But what that energy can also do is it can actually take us deeper into our wounds and bring those things up to the surface. It's a bit like having an energy attunement to something like Reiki. If any of you have trained as a Reiki healer or done some type of energy work, it's a bit like going through a cleanse and having the attunement so everything's coming up to the surface. So that's both an opportunity but also a curse, because then we're feeling all this stuff and it doesn't feel very pleasant when it comes up to the surface. You know, it might be anger, it might be sadness, it might be bitterness, it might even be rage because of something that has happened to you or somebody that hurt you or betrayed you or done something to you. But what we can do is that we can use our healing abilities and the things that we have learned that can help us with that. And some of you may have read or be aware of my book, which is called Divine Love, From Soulmate Lessons to Twin Flame Reunion. And in the book, I actually put a whole chapter about a forgiveness process that I actually learned and put together as part of going through a relationship breakup and a divorce from a very difficult and very emotionally abusive relationship that I went through. And what I was finding was that I couldn't find something that took me from the beginning to the end of that process. I found lots of things along the way and along the path that helped with it. But there was things that I felt like I was stuck with. Like, number one, I was not very tuned in and not very good at expressing sadness. It just, you know, wasn't part of my upbringing to, you know, to be comfortable with expressing sadness. So that was something that I really pushed down and suppressed. And another thing, a second thing was I was not very comfortable around anger and conflict. So as a very gentle person, I was not so good at expressing any anger that I was feeling in, you know, in a safe and private way where I was not inflicting it on another person. So that sort of brought me onto this journey. And I sought out teachers, I had counseling, I had coaching, and getting in touch with my sadness and my anger and expressing those were very, very integral to the part of my healing around all of that. And to be able to express all of that and then be in a place where I was ready to forgive. So if any of that is coming up for you and going on for you, then please do, you know, just have a look on my website, ingriddarragh.com. My book's available on Amazon, as featured on Hay House Radio at the time when it was published a few years ago. So, and as well as that, just to mention that I do actually coach clients and work with clients doing coaching and EFT tapping and bringing in angel cards as well into the work that we do, and a lot of energy work in terms of looking at where you might be holding some of the energy associated with those things that have gone on for you. Where are you holding that in your body? And then using energy release techniques and things like EFT tapping to help you to process that. EFT tapping as well can be very, very good for situations where we've been through trauma. So I actually initially trained as a coach, but then I went on to train in the EFT tapping because a lot of the clients that were coming to me had been through very, very challenging breakups and very challenging things in their childhood. And they, in some cases, a lot of cases, there was trauma, there was anxiety, and those things were then being triggered, and some of those patterns were being repeated in the relationships, because what we don't bring our attention and our awareness to, we can then repeat that as a pattern as we become adults and have our other relationships going on. So just to mention that I do work with clients as well, regardless of where you live in the world. We can work by phone or by video using things like Skype and Zoom and things like that. So just to mention that. So the other thing that I'm getting with this card about the gifts from God is there is a cup coming in, there is a chalice coming in full of light. So there are some gifts coming in September for a lot of you. So let me just feel into that to see what's going on there. Okay, so for some of you, it's like a wish that you have been making. It's a real heartfelt wish. It's one that you might not even be that open about or talk to many people about. So it's really kind of just in here, and it's between you and whomever you pray to. It's one of those things that you hardly even dare to admit. But it's the angels are bringing awareness to this and to say that it is time to open your arms to receive. So whether it comes in its entirety in September or whether it's a step towards it, I'm definitely feeling that for some it will come in its entirety. For others, it's a step towards it, and you are being encouraged to take that step. Now, you are going to have to follow some of your inner guidance and your inner intuition, because your intuition might be guiding you to go to a certain place or take a certain class or to follow up on an idea that you've had, if it is related to your work and to sharing your gifts with the world. Because for some, this cup that's coming in with the gifts is to do with a new partner, a new relationship, and more love in your life. And that's also familial love and friendship as well with the people around you. And for others, it is to do with your work and to sharing your gifts. And but you have to follow up on that. I feel that if it is a financial gift that's coming in for you this month, it's something that you're going to have to do the work for and to help to build that. But I do feel like I'm seeing like a solid foundation that's being built that you can then add on to and build on going forward, and that will result in more financial abundance in your life, more security and more stability, which I'm hearing that for a lot of you, that is something that is important to you, and it's something that's been on your mind and it's been in the background as part of your subconscious thoughts, and it's just like a little bit of a anxious feeling that's been there for you. So so really do tune into that and be open to your intuition. And sometimes your intuition can just come in like a thought or an idea. They often come in for me as I'm going about my day doing something really boring and mundane, you know, like maybe doing the dishes or, you know, sweeping the floor, or sometimes in the shower in the morning. You know, you're on autopilot when you're doing these things, and you're not necessarily thinking with your thinking mind. And that is sometimes when these little whispers and these ideas and this intuition will just come in for you. So pay attention to that. And do come back and leave a comment and let us all know how that goes for you and what these gifts are that are coming in for you this month. It's a lovely energy that's coming in with that. And your guides and helpers in spirit, your angels and your ancestors, your loved ones that have departed that are in spirit are really, really excited about this. They're cheering you on. You're just surrounded by their love. And they're, yay! And some of them are saying, yeah, it's about time. So I know for some of you, maybe for a lot of you, this is something that's been building up for a long, period of time over time. Okay, so our second card that's coming up is Archangel Chamuel, which is peace. Beautiful card, peace. And our angel in this one is holding the dove. Okay, and Archangel Chamuel is traditionally associated with like relationships. So for somebody wanting to find something like a new relationship, a new partner, or to improve your existing relationship, but also he can help us with things like doing work that we love, sharing our gifts, and really connecting to our life purpose. Archangel Michael can help us with that as well, but Archangel Chamuel is very, very good with that. So let's just tune in and see what's coming forward for everybody with this card. And okay. What I'm getting there is I'm seeing like this time of turbulence and like stress and choppy waters and storms, and it's just the energy with that has just been up and down and up and down, and it's been exhausting. And for a lot of you, it's been affecting your energy, how you're feeling in yourself, and it's starting to even impact on your health if it hasn't already, just because of the stress of that. So what the angels are just saying is that you're nearly there. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and things are going to settle. They are going to improve. But what I'm picking up with that is that you have to take charge in terms of your self-care, making sure that you're being there for yourself as well as being there for others. So yes, it's great to help other people, but you have to make sure that you're okay, that you have enough energy, that you have a bit of extra energy to help other people. And it's completely okay to renegotiate things, to change appointments, to change things around and delegate and make sure that everybody's helping and that everybody's really taking that responsibility. So that's what I'm picking up on that. So this like stressful time, and then we're moving now into this peaceful time. If it hasn't settled already, it will be soon. But I'm also hearing something around resistance and surrendering. So a really good read, a book around that would be the Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle or Tolle, depending on how you pronounce that. But there's two books. There's that one, and then there's this other one, which is Practicing the Power of Now. And in that book, he talks about how where the stress comes in is where we are wanting a situation to be one way, and then actually how it is. And then the difference between those two, that's where the stress is, because we're resisting what is. Now, you might think, okay, well, what if it's a situation where somebody's sick, or relationships falling apart, or I feel sick, or financially there's stress and there's issues around that. Yes, I know. And I know how stressful those things are because I've been through them as well many times in my life. So I know that too. But what I am saying is that there are spiritual practices that you can use to help to take away some of that stress that you're holding in your body. So there's things like breathing techniques, there's just getting some fresh air, going for a walk, doing some mindful walking, working with your breath, checking in with yourself to notice where you tend to hold stress in your body. And that's different for all of us. So for some of us, it might be in the tummy or the abdomen, the solar plexus. For some, it might be the chest area, and you might find that you're prone to chesty coughs and things like that. Or some, it might be the throat area or the back of the neck is where you might hold your stress and hold your tension. So just be aware of that. And things like meditation, you know, listening to some lovely meditations online. Some of my favorite ones are the morning and evening meditation by Louise L. Hay. You can get that on the Hay House website. I'm sure to order that. It used to be available as a CD, but I'm sure it's available as a download now. Or any kind of any ways where you can actually relax the mind and actually use the power of your mind, the power of your subconscious to actually bring in some happy hormones into your body. So we're balancing out some of the stress and the cortisol with some of the happy, feel-good hormones like oxytocin and some of them. Okay? Now there is a free 15-minute guided meditation on my website, ingriddarragh.com. So feel free to go on over there, play that and listen to that. It's really to help you to connect in with your higher self, your angels and guides, to let go of any stress that you're feeling in your body, and to really just use the power of your mind and your subconscious, and to ask your angels, guides and helpers to support you to then make some happy mind movies and to bring in some of those happy hormones to help just to balance out that stress. Now you can also use essential oils for that. Get some sea salt or some Himalayan salt and put a cup of it into your bath, into a warm bath. Put in a few drops of oil. You can find out on my website or on my YouTube videos more information about the doTERRA oils. Some of the ones that are great for relaxation would obviously be lavender, because it helps to relax the nervous system and really, really is absorbed into through our skin and in through our body, and then it actually affects every cell in our body. And as we're breathing it in, it's going through the olfactory system and into the brain as well. So we're getting the beautiful relaxation properties with lavender, especially during stressful times. So if that's something you would like to hear more about, just reach out to me, and I'd be happy to share some information about how to get started with the oils. But I have to point out that the doTERRA oils are therapeutic grade, so you only need a little bit, and if you are putting them on the skin, you need to dilute them. Do be aware that not all oils are as pure, and some cheaper oils that you can pick up at places, they have chemicals added to them, they have fillers added to them. They're very chemically, so just be careful of that, because I know years ago they used to give me like a real like headachy feeling if I was to use those. So personally, I only use the doTERRA oils now because of that. Because of that, it's really because of their purity. So those are the ones that I always recommend to my clients. So if that's something you want to hear more about, then please do just reach out to me. My email is ingriddarragh.com, and I can send you a bit more info about that. Okay, so on to our next card, which is Take Back Your Power. Okay, so it's saying use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Okay. Gorgeous card of an angel and just light radiating. And you can even see the rainbow as well coming along the top there, which ties in with the other cards very nicely. Archangel Raphael, take back your power. And what's coming through from this card, and remembering that we had Archangel Michael coming through at the beginning of our readings, so as I set that card down, it's just right beside Archangel Michael. And look at the gorgeous blue colors that are coming through there. You know, you are supported, and the angels are helping you, and they've been by your side. But remember that we have our free will, so they can only intervene in our lives and to help us if we ask them to. They can't just come and start sticking their nose in our business. We have to actually ask them and say, angels, please help me with this situation. They are messengers of God, messengers of the divine. So we're just asking them to help us, to support us, to bring in strength, to bring in courage, to help to maybe inspire us and help to show us the way through the storms, through the darkness, through the challenges, to get to this other side, to get to this rainbow, to get through to the end of the tunnel. And it's very interesting that when I was reflecting this morning and praying and meditating, I was guided to do this angel card video today, but I was also guided to do an EFT tapping video. That's emotional freedom techniques. If you haven't come across it before, some of you know what that is, but if it's new to you, EFT tapping is emotional freedom techniques, and it's where we are using our hands and our fingers to tap on different parts of the body, to tap on the parts where an acupuncturist would be putting needles in. It's a lot less painful than putting needles in because we're using our hands and we're just tapping on those parts of the body. But I was guided to record a video for you as a gift from me, and it's to do with sharing your gifts with the world. And letting go of any resistance around that and any negative thoughts and beliefs that are keeping you small, that are holding you back, that are keeping you stuck. And now that this card has come through that says, take back your power, be in your power, I mean, that just ties in beautifully. Ties in beautifully, because if we're in our power, then we are doing what we're here to do on the earth. We're sharing our gifts, we're feeling joy, we're doing things where we feel alive, we feel lit, and we're sharing that with other people. And with this card, Take Back Your Power, I do feel that there has been times going on for those that are watching where for some of you, somebody has been trying to take away your power, to push you down, to keep you small because they didn't feel comfortable around your power and your light. Yeah, not very nice, but there it is. So it is time to take back that power, okay, to step into who you are, to then share that. Now, that can feel like a process, okay? That you might not feel like overnight, like, okay, I'm ready to just do that. So there might be a few layers there to work through. It might take a little bit of time for you to get exactly where you want to be. But what we talked through in the EFT tapping video that I recorded for you is really about getting started and taking that next step. Okay? Because as you step into your power and shine your light, you're encouraging other people to do the same. And that's pretty awesome. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Those are our angel cards for September. And please do subscribe to hear more from me. I will do more of these videos for us all on a monthly basis. If you want to see more of them, comment and let me know, and like and share the video for other people, tag some friends, really just as an energy exchange. That would be great if you could do that. And find out more about my coaching services, my EFT tapping at my website, ingriddarragh.com. And I will have some online courses that will be coming soon as well. So if you're interested in working with me as your coach, then do just get in touch and reach out to me and we'll have a look at that. But in the meantime, I'm just sending divine love and blessings, angelic blessings from my heart to yours. Namaste.